consider your Creator. In fact, if you were to die right now, would you know for certain you'd go to heaven when you died? If you didn't know, and I could tell you in less than 30 seconds that you could, would that be good news? May I tell you? You might as well say yes, because I'm going to tell you anyway. Let's say that this watch, let's say that this hand represents you and me and everybody in the world. Let's say that my watch represents sin. Do you all know what sin is? It's what offends a holy God. Ever done any bad things? Well, the answer is, yeah, everybody has, right? Yes, if you really knew me, you would not have come to listen to me tonight, because I've done some pretty awful things and I've thought worse. But then again, if I really knew you, I wouldn't have shown up. We've all got what? Sin. Our sin condemns us to hell. That's the bad news. Now, I know a lot of people go to church on Sunday, they go do good deeds, they go out and feed the homeless, save the whales. Does that take away their sin? No, it just covers it up. Sin cannot be erased by good deeds. And again, our sin condemns us to hell. That's the bad news. The good news is that this hand represents Jesus Christ, the Creator of the universe, who came to earth in the form of a man. He lived a perfect life. He is God. And He took all sin on Himself. Now, if He took all sin on Himself, what is there left for us to pay? Nothing. And He paid the penalty for sin. The Bible says the wages of sin is death. He died a horrible, tortuous, undeserved death on a cross. He got rid of that sin. He proved He was God by resurrecting. He defeated death. And He said that anyone who puts his trust in Him, He will give that person eternal life. How long is eternal? Forever. You see, you can have life abundantly here and eternally. This is not just a temporal question. It has eternal ramifications. As the wise king's father wrote, "Whom have I in heaven but you? I desire no one on earth as much as you. My health fails, my spirits droop, yet God remains. He is the strength of my heart. He is mine forever." It is because of the Creator. Because of the Creator. Thank you.
Okay.
Should we repeat the question?
Here's the question for Robert.
Uh-oh.
You have 2 minutes. What is the number one reason you believe evolution is valid, and why do you believe that reason is valid to believe? You have 2 minutes.
I believe evolution is valid because, well, I can't say I believe it is valid. I believe it's probably valid. It may not be valid. I don't necessarily believe it's valid, that we're not going to find a different phenomenon in years to come. I don't have too many years left, so it'll probably be after I'm gone. But based on what we know today, I see the species as having evolved over time. I don't think by chance. I think to survive. I don't know where we started. The gentleman who just spoke said that, he thought about where did I come from, and I think about that too. I don't know where we came from. I know there was a thing called the Big Bang, but then where did the Big Bang come from? Where did all this start? I don't think I'll ever know the answer to that. And maybe someday we'll know the answer to that. I don't know that we will. You have to realize that we're a little teeny part of the universe. And we need to realize that we're not. The Earth revolves around the sun, and the sun is one of the smallest of the solar systems. So there's probably something else out there. There are probably other beings out there arguing about this or some other subject tonight. But as far as evolution is concerned, I don't know much about it, but I look at the Homo sapiens man, and I see the pictures as the scientists claim he evolved or she evolved, and I think it makes some sense. But I don't know where it started. I know there are apes, and it may have started with apes, but where did the apes come from? I have the same questions that you have. I just don't believe in a creator, an all-loving creator. I don't believe Jesus Christ is God. Yes. Am I finished? Okay. That's my question, not my answer.
The question is, what is the best evidence for evolution? Colin Patterson, leading paleontologist, chief paleontologist at the British Museum of Nature and Science, said that he had been working on this stuff for more than 20 years, and he realized that he didn't know anything about it to be true. He was speaking of evolution. And so he began to ask people a question. Here's the question he asked them. It's similar to the one that was asked here. And that is, can you tell me anything that you know about evolution, any one thing that is true? Over and over, wherever he went, he asked this question. And wherever he went, he got the answer of silence. Finally, before the Evolutionary Morphology Seminar, a very prestigious body of committed evolutionists at the University of Chicago, he asked this question. And after a very long pause, someone stood up and said this: I do know one thing, evolution, ought not be taught in high schools. What is the best evidence for evolution? The best evidence for evolution is the assumption that evolution is true. Because it does one thing well, and only one